So we're talking about how does stuff get from place to place. Passive transport. What is passive transport? What do we mean by that? Okay. Now we've got to remember, we're talking about at the level of the cell, cellular level here. Okay? It's not like they have a bus that they can jump on and take a bus somewhere. Okay? Passive transport. A form of passive, one of the most important functions of the cell membrane is to keep the cell's internal condition relatively constant. It does this by regulating the movement of molecules from one side of the membrane to the other. Remember we talked about that membrane? We said it's a double lipid layer. Okay, it's two layers of fat, basically. All right, that's what makes up that membrane. Right? And you got one side facing out, one side facing in. And then somewhere along those lines, there were gaps. There were special pathways in that lipid layer. You guys remember talking about that?
Yes.
Okay. Go back here. We can look at it real quick. There they are. Okay. Remember this? Okay, the two layers. Okay. This is outside the cell. This is inside the cell. Okay. This is the cytoplasm down here. And then we have these areas here where things can attach and things can move through into the cell. And there's kind of a gatekeeper that opens and closes those. All right? So let's go back here. Let's talk about this. Passive transport. What is passive transport? Diffusion. Okay, that's a form of passive transport. Cellular cytoplasm consists of many different substances dissolved in water. Okay, we said it's kind of like a jelly substance. The cytoplasm is kind of like a jelly-like substance. Okay, but it's got all these different substances dissolved in water. In any solution, solute particles move constantly. They collide with one another. They tend to spread out randomly. As a result, particles tend to move away from an area. Okay, where they are more concentrated to an area where they are less concentrated. That's just basic physics of how particles work. Okay, these dissolved particles in solutions, if they're in an area where there's a lot of concentration, they spread out. Okay, another good example. Okay, there it is. Okay, I did this to the class one day. They were like freaking out because they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Okay, all right. So I go back here. All right. All right. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. We're going to keep going on. We'll wait for it.
I won't make them smile.
Okay. So, area of higher concentration. Where's the area of higher concentration? Right now. In that corner. Okay. Where does it want to move to? Area of lower concentration. Throughout the rest of the room. Can you smell it yet?
No.
Okay, is it strong right back there? Okay.
I already smell it.
It starts moving. Okay. Okay, it starts moving throughout the room. Okay. All right. All right. So we went from an area of higher concentration in the back. Hey, what direction did I spray that? I sprayed it into the corner, didn't I? I sprayed it away from everybody. And yet, it's slowly making its way. It's diffusing. It's going from an area of higher concentration to an area of lower concentration. It's diffusing its way throughout the room. And nobody has to do anything.
Oh God, that's coming away.
Nobody has to do anything. Okay.